All right, we are continuing our Liberty baseball preview series, and we have with us Trey Carter. And Trey, before we get too much further into this, why don't you just go ahead and give us a bio about, where you're from, how many years you've been at Liberty, and what position you play.
Um, like you said, I'm Trey Carter. I'm from Martinsville, Virginia. This will be my third year at Liberty, so I'm a junior, and I am a pitcher.
Okay, so are you a reliever, starter, kind of in the middle?
I'm a relief pitcher, long relief, whatever you want to call it.
Okay, so you're from Martinsville.
Yes, sir.
Did you go to Martinsville High School?
No, I went to Magna Vista, and then I transferred to a private school called Carlisle. It's in the
Okay.
same area.
Oh yeah, I know Carlisle very well. I'm from Roanoke, and I went to a private school here. And back when I was growing up, I was in the same conference as Carlisle growing up. So the VIC, I think it was called back then. I don't know if they're still in that or not. So long relief pitcher. We've talked to one other relief pitcher, and I guess the question is, you know, are you guys a little bit crazy? Are you a little bit weird? Like, do you have to have that mentality to come into the game and be put in these hot spots and perform right on the dot without having any time to kind of mentally prepare? Is that something you guys do for intimidation, or is that just who you guys are? Or do you do a little bit of that yourself? Like that, this whole like kind of crazy mentality, highly intense. Is that who you are as a reliever?
I would say I'm highly intense, but you definitely have to be mentally strong to be, to be put in a reliever spot. Because like you said, you get put in situations in the game, close game, tie ball game, and they need somebody to come in, shut it down, not allow people on base and no runs, and you kind of got to be crazy a little bit to do that.
Yes, you do. I just got done talking to three, and he said he can tell by the way some of these guys run out of the gate to the mound. He can tell if they're like on their stuff or not just by the way they run to the mound. So
Yeah.
what are your top couple pitches? Are you a 2 pitch guy, 3 pitch guy, and then what's your go to? Like if you need a strikeout, a swing and a miss, what's the pitch you're trying to go to?
So I have a three pitch mix right now. So it's a sinker, four seam fastball, and slider. And if I were to get a strikeout, probably my slider. That's where I get the most swings and misses out of the three.
And so a slider help me. I'm learning baseball. A slider to a right-handed batter moves in, and to a left-handed batter moves out, or do I have that backwards?
It's the opposite, yeah.
Okay.
Right-hander moves away from the right-hander, moves in towards the lefty.
Okay. So your experience at Liberty so far, being right up the road in Martinsville area, um, you know, does a lot of your friends and family get to come to any of your games? And how have you enjoyed just the culture of the locker room, what that Coach Jackson and Coach Williams have kind of built with? What I'm hearing is that it's highly competitive. People want to get better and win, but it's also one of the best cultures in terms of everybody having fun and just enjoying themselves and their experience of playing college baseball. So, uh, how do you find that mix, and how are you enjoying that locker room and team camaraderie?
Well, for the first part of the question, yeah, I enjoy being close to home. That way, my family and friends could come see me play. That was part of me, coming here. I'm only an hour, 20 minutes away. So when my friends come back home, they can just come up for a game or two. We can have fun after, and I get to see them. And the atmosphere in the locker room is great. I don't know if any of the locker rooms like ours. We have fun. I mean, I think everybody, when we get in the locker room involved, we got a ping pong table in there. We have like tournaments and stuff going on. It's just a fun atmosphere to be in. And Coach Jackson, Coach Williams are great. They make the game competitive from a pitching standpoint. Coach Williams, I think 2 years ago we used to have a competition day, a competition week. So you would face another pitcher throughout the week during scrimmages, and they would tally up strikeouts, runs, hits, stuff like that. And at the end of the week, the loser would have to run. So all it makes you competitive doing that because nobody wants to lose because nobody wants to run.
So talk to me about some of the stuff you're working on the TrackMan. I learned about the TrackMan and how it measures arm angle and spin rates and stuff like that. What's one metric that you're working hard on this year to kind of increase, or what's the one thing you're learning from that TrackMan that is helping you this year?
The metric I definitely want to increase would be my induced vertical break. So like on my sinker, I want that to kind of sink into the righty's back foot. So I want that good downward action, so I can get a lot of swing and misses, or they can beat the ball into the ground. So that'd be the one thing I'm working on. But I'm learning. It's my third year, being a pitcher. The metric stuff was all new to me at first, and I'm gradually, getting used to it and knowing the numbers.
Okay, so induced vertical break. So just how much that sinker moves, and is that everything in your mechanics, or is that just like a small tweak with how you hold the ball? Is it how you pull it down? Like, explain to me like what has the most impact on that induced vertical break. Like, if you can do one thing to increase that, what is it?
It'll probably be timing. Most of the time, when you time it up well, then you'll get that good induced vertical break. But it's also with the grip too. If you just have a regular grip, then probably you would get a two seam action. You wouldn't get the actual sink that you need in the ball. So it's all on timing.
Okay, cool. Yeah, that's very informational. I appreciate that. What was it like? Just talking about this NIL collective for a minute. What is it like to have the NIL, have it at Liberty? What was your reaction when you first got this opportunity to kind of be a part of this? And how is that going to impact yours and others, your teammates' experience at Liberty? I mean, it's kind of a cool thing? Is it exciting? How has this kind of impacted you and your teammates, you think, just having this available and this money be able to be paid through name, image, and likeness?
Um, yeah. So when I first, got note of that I was getting this NIL opportunity, I was excited because Christmas time, the extra money to get gifts from my family and stuff. So I was definitely excited, and for the opportunity of the baseball team to get NIL deals is great. I enjoy it. I know my teammates love it. So yeah.
Awesome. So speaking of Christmas, so it looks like everybody's going to be excited to be opening up their presents from Trey this year, and that's pretty cool. When I was in college, I was not able to provide any of the great Christmases. I was just barely getting, making sure I had something to give everybody.
Right.
So that's pretty cool, man. Lastly about pitching, what is the you guys are out in left field at Liberty. Um, what is the interaction between our bullpen and maybe the left fielders? Is there any is it completely zero communication, or is it a lot of fun with your teammates and then opponents that come in that you might know? Or um, is there any kind of, do you guys talk to them at all? What is that interaction like out there during a long 3-hour game? I can't imagine you just sit there and just like keep to yourself the whole time.
No, we definitely talk to him. We play games and joke around with him. We'll ask him questions and stuff like that. He'll turn around and talk to us. Just depend on the situation in the game. Mostly fun. Nothing too crazy. We don't heckle them or anything. We're just having fun out there.
Uh, eh, if you had to, if Coach Jackson was down to, a roster spot, he needed somebody to come up and get a base hit, big spot in the game. Nobody else was available except for relieving pitchers. Which one of you guys would he call on for an at bat? And do you think you could get the job done?
Honestly, it'd probably be me because I used to was recruited here for a two-way job, so it'd probably be me out of all the relievers. So I think every other reliever was a PO throughout high school, and I actually used to hit. So I think it'll be me take that opportunity.
You think right now you could pick it up and get the job done?
Oh, uh, that's a good question. Depending on the pitcher, I might, as long as I'm on time.
Yeah, that's what. And then vice versa. Who's one of the guys that you've seen that's a position player that, let's say we don't have any arms available, especially in tournament time. It's kind of wild how many arms you got to use to win a conference tournament. Who's the position player that could come in and maybe get us a couple of strikeouts if we needed?
Does that count two ways or no two ways? Just strictly position player.
Yeah, strictly position.
That's a good question. Um, I trust three people. I trust J Guy because J Guy used to pitch. I trust Three Hillier because Three has a very strong arm, and I trust Stu, one of our outfielders, the
Yeah,
transfer
yeah.
from UNC. I trust them too.
All right. All right. So yeah, it's a two-way street there, and looking forward to following. I see you got your ASUN built sweatshirt there. Looking forward to be competing in the ASUN one final year here, and appreciate your time, man. And have a great Christmas, and hope to follow along and see how you do this year. Appreciate it.
Yes, sir. Thank you.